Dallas is booming with business opportunities, but starting your LLC here isn't as easy as it looks. From name mistakes to hidden fees and privacy risks, most first-timers don't even know what they've missed until it's too late. This video here walks you through every step that you need to get your LLC off the ground without falling into the usual traps. Now, for instance, do you think that you have your name for your business ready to go? Well, there's a number of rules to follow first, and we'll cover those here in a second. But first, let's understand why Dallas is a good place to open an LLC in the first place. Dallas is one of the top places in the country to start a business thanks to its strong, growing economy and no state income tax, which leaves more money in your pocket to help your business grow. The city's pro-business attitude, central location, and thriving industries like tech, healthcare, and finance make it easier to find opportunities and customers. With big companies moving here all the time and a friendly atmosphere for startups, Dallas is where ambitious business owners can really thrive. Now, before you get started, there is a crucial first step that often trips people up, which is choosing the right name for your Dallas LLC. So let's talk about how to get that right here next. But before we jump in too deep here, here's one thing to keep in mind. So starting your business, it should be exciting, not overwhelming. But forming an LLC on your own, that can get confusing fast with all the legal forms, rules, and easy to miss details. Now, I will walk you through everything in this video, but if any part of this feels confusing, I've got a favorite LLC formation service that makes the whole process super simple and stress-free. It's guided, beginner-friendly, and it only costs $39. So if you hit any bumps along the way, just click right up here to get step-by-step help setting up your LLC the easy way. All right, so let's get back to focusing on the business name. So picking the right name, it isn't just about being creative. It's about following Texas law so that you don't hit a roadblock. For your Dallas LLC, the name must be unique and not deceptively similar to any existing business on record in Texas. It must include the words limited liability company or an abbreviation like LLC or LLC at the end. Some words like bank or those that sound like government agencies are really off limits unless you're properly licensed. And before falling in love with a name, you need to search for availability through the Texas Secretary of State's online tool, which by the way is linked to below, along with every other resource that I mentioned in this video. Now, if you want to lock your name down while you get all the other paperwork in order, you can reserve it for 120 days for a $40 fee if you need to do that. Now, even though it sounds straightforward, this is one of the most common mistakes, so don't skip the search, or you could end up starting over with your paperwork later. All right, so let's assume that you got your dream business name, right? Nice. Well, next up here, let's talk about one of the things that trips everybody up, which is choosing a registered agent in Dallas. Every LLC in Dallas needs a registered agent, which is a person or a company who's responsible for receiving official legal documents and state notices on your behalf. Now, Texas law requires this agent to have a real street address in Texas and be available during normal business hours, which means a PO box will not cut it and someone needs to be present, not just on call. Now, you could be your own registered agent, ask a Dallas friend, or use a professional service to do this. But here's the catch. Whoever you pick, their address becomes public record, making them or you a magnet for junk mail and putting your privacy out there for anyone to find. That's why so many LLC owners prefer professional registered agent services. Now, personally, my preferred provider that I've used myself is Northwest Registered Agent. They're known for their strong privacy protections, excellent customer support, and really straightforward pricing. If you hire them to help form your LLC, the cost is only $39, which is a lot lower than a lot of competitors. And get this, you can use their business address on your public filings, keeping your home address private and cutting down on spam mail. So if you want to check them out, go ahead and click right up here to learn more about that. Now, if missing legal documents or risking privacy sounds stressful, to be honest, a professional registered agent is really the way to go. Now, next up, let's talk about making your Dallas LLC official with the right paperwork and fees. The certificate of formation is the most important legal step. It's what officially creates your business in the eyes of the state. Now, you could do this online through the Texas Secretary of State's SOS Direct portal or by mail, but online is both quicker and easier for most Dallas entrepreneurs. The form asks for your chosen LLC name, your Dallas business address, details about your registered agent, the management structure, so whether you're a member or manager managed, and a brief business purpose. You'll have to pay a $300 filing fee, one of the higher fees among states, but it's a single upfront cost. And after approval, you get a certificate back from the state showing that you're officially in business. And here's the thing. Double check all your info before submitting it because errors can mean delays or having to pay again. And once this paperwork is filed and accepted, your Dallas LLC is born. And with your business officially recognized, the next step isn't required by law, but it is super important, and that's putting together an operating agreement to protect yourself and your partners if you have any. Curious why? Well, let's clear that up here in the next section. Now again, even though Dallas, Texas doesn't legally require you to have an operating agreement, Dallas business owners find it's one of the smartest steps that you can take. So this document spells out how your LLC runs, from splitting profits to handling disagreements, or what happens if someone wants to leave the business or join it. An operating agreement also boosts your credibility, because many banks in Dallas, they'll want to see one before you open a business account, and it can help protect your liability status if issues ever come up. Now, crafting an operating agreement, it isn't as tough as it sounds. So there are templates that are widely available online, and there are AI platforms that can generate a solid draft for you really quick. So you may not need a lawyer unless your business setup is, more complex, or you just want to have an expert review. But having this clear written agreement really keeps everyone on the same page and helps prevent future headaches. Now, coming up here, let's talk about your Dallas LLC's social security number, which is the EIN, and how it unlocks business banking, taxes, and more. Now, you'll use your EIN for filing federal taxes, hiring employees, opening business bank accounts, and getting business licenses in Dallas. Even if a business doesn't legally require an EIN, most banks won't let you open an account without one, and having it helps keep personal and business finances separate, which makes life way easier if things ever get audited. And the best part here, it's totally free to apply for an EIN through the IRS website, and most Dallas LLC owners, they can get their number in less than 10 minutes using the online application. You'll just need the official business formation documents handy to do this. And after you get your EIN, you're ready to step into the world of business banking and compliance. So next, let's talk about ongoing requirements like filing taxes, annual reports, and the must-know Dallas permits so your LLC stays on the right side of the law. After forming your Dallas LLC, keeping it in good standing means handling a few ongoing requirements, some at the state level and plenty unique to Dallas itself. So every LLC in Texas, including those in Dallas, must file an annual franchise tax report and public information report with the Texas Comptroller. Next, Dallas itself requires its LLCs to register with the city's Building Inspection Division, which costs $120, and you need proof of liability insurance and an occupational tax certificate. And also, Dallas now handles all their permit applications and renewals through the Dallas Now system, which streamlines the entire process online for busy owners. Local permits might be needed depending on your business type. So, think about health permits for food businesses, signage permits, a fire department permit, or even a certificate of occupancy before you open any physical location. And don't forget that any LLC with business property must submit a property tax rendition to the local appraisal district each year. And if your business operates in specialized fields like health, real estate, alcohol, you'll need additional state or city licenses too. But don't let the details trip you up. Just stay on top of filing deadlines, keep track of local permit renewals, and check the city and county websites for Dallas-specific info. Now next, let's break it all down with startup costs, ongoing expenses, and everything that Dallas LLC owners can actually expect to spend in the process. Okay, so startup costs for your first year. First, required certificate of formation. That is a $300 fee. Then your name reservation, that's optional, $40 for 120 days. Then a registered agent service, that is optional but highly recommended. That's $39 with Northwest Registered Agent, which includes the LLC formation help and 1 year of registered agent service included as well. Then we have your DBA or assumed name filing. If you're using a trade name, that's $25. Your Dallas business registration for the Building Inspection Division license, that's $120, again, optional if you need it. And your city council permits and licenses, that's $50 to $500 depending on the industry and the business itself. So most Dallas LLCs, they'll pay between $450 to around $1,300 to get fully set up, depending on the number and type of local permits and licenses required. Now the ongoing annual costs. So your Dallas business license renewal, that's $125 per year. Your registered agent service renewal, that's $125 if you continue with Northwest Registered Agent after the first year and every thereafter to help stay compliant. Then your city and county permits and license renewals, that's $0 to $200, just depends on your business type. And then your annual property tax on business property, if you have that, that's something you got to pay. And also insurance, additional compliance, et cetera. It just depends on the situation. But your estimated total ongoing annual costs, usually between about $250 to $850 yearly, plus any extra costs for licenses, property tax, insurance, et cetera, if you need it. Now, again, to help with this, I do advise you to use a service like Northwest Registered Agent, which again, you can click right up here to check out, as they'll help you stay in compliance year after year while you focus on the most important thing, which is running a profitable business. Now, if you have any questions for me at all, or a little bit confused about the process, no problem. Go ahead and drop me a comment below, and I will do my absolute best to help you out as soon as possible. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.